I'm Pam. I'm a vegetarian, a health coach, and a life coach. The name of my business is Head to Soul Wellness, and my goal is to change the healthscape, as I call it, of Northwest Indiana. Today we're going to make lemon vegetable quinoa soup, and I have my assistants today, Trina and Jack, and we're going to start I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Vitamix if you haven't used it before. I have a lot of clients who tell me they don't have time to make something like this because they don't have the time to cut up vegetables. Well, this makes it really easy, and you guys are going to see that in a minute. I also wanted to tell you the reason I chose this recipe is because Americans tend to eat too much dairy and meat, which is very acid forming in the body. That causes disease and inflammation, and we need to eat more of an alkaline diet. So pretty much everything that's in this recipe today is alkalinizing, and it will neutralize the acid that is building up in our system when we eat dairy and meat and other acid forming foods. So this is how easy the Vitamix work. Jack is just going to take the carrots and he's going to cut them into 2 or 3 pieces. And just throw it in here, Jack. And then he'll take the celery and just cut it in half. You don't have to dice it up or anything. You just cut it in half and you put it in the Vitamix. Trina is going to take the cabbage and cut that up into, say, 6 pieces and put it in here. And we're gonna, garlic, you don't have to mince it or anything. You just throw it in the Vitamix. And it doesn't look like it's gonna fit in there, but it really is. Distilled water and everything. Well, it did for me at home. Okay. And then Jack's cutting the onion into quarters. And Trina's going to just cut off, you don't have to chop up the parsley and the dill, but just cut off the stems pretty much and throw the leaves in there. And then she's going to juice the lemon. We're going to use vegetable broth. And the reason you do this is because when you start the Vitamix going, it won't, it'll keep all the food from getting stuck in there. It'll help it to blend. Now, some soups you can make the whole thing right in the Vitamix. This one is not one of those soups because we're going to be using quinoa. Quinoa, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's a grain. It's very high in B vitamins. It's also high in protein. It has 6 grams and 1/4 of a cup. It's also high in iron. In 1/4 of a cup, you can get 20% of your iron every day. And if you're a vegetarian, you're always looking for sources for protein and iron. Okay, we are now going to put it out here. Now, the Vitamix, depending on what you're making, you can just put the lid on here, but something like this, you're going to have to tamp it down, so you have this dusty tamper. Now, again, if you're not used to using a Vitamix, you're going to set it on the lowest setting, and you'll turn it on. Now, all you're going to do after you have this vegetable mixture is take it and put it in a stock pot. You're going to put more vegetable stock in there along with a cup of quinoa, and you'll cook it until it boils. Once it's boiling, you'll turn down the heat and you'll let it simmer until the vegetables are tender, but make sure you do it for at least 15 minutes so that the quinoa cooks completely. And we did not put that in there.
Miso paste?
Well, you know what? We can put the miso paste and the white pepper. We also put this in the dish, so you'll put anywhere from 1/8 to 1/4 of a teaspoon of white pepper in there, and then about a tablespoon of miso paste when you put it in your stock pot and you cook it. And through the magic of television, here is the finished product, and Jack and Trina are going to try it now. Cheers.
Delicious.
So thank you guys for your help, and I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing this soup being made today, and I'm just killing it now. Okay, and may you all be well from head to soul. Thank you.